guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk? And I'll add spinach and ginger. And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos? One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made, your way.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
The rock faces around Lake Tahoe are legendary. But this fall, new ones will emerge in the Tahoe Basin. Pullman, Moe, Gushu, and more. November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and après curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Welcome to therockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of Curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, The Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. TheRockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, Custom Chaos?
Ah, one of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Twister juice, freshly made your way.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
listening.
Not to brag.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, Custom Chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made your way.
The rock faces around Lake Tahoe are legendary. But this fall, new ones will emerge in the Tahoe Basin. Pullman, Moe, Gushu, and more. November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and après curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock.
A very pleasant good afternoon, curling fans, and welcome to the Saville Community Sports Center on the southern campus of the University of Alberta in Edmonton. It's the semifinals of the Saville Grand Prix. We have Wouter Gosgens versus Jacob Libbus here in this semifinal. I'm Dave Schmel. I'm joined by Matt Sussman, and Connor Sins is on the ones and twos here, and we'd like to thank all of you who are joining us from the Mixed Doubles Super Series in Waterloo. Matt, how you doing today?
Dave, I am doing quite well. I'm excited to watch these two teams. I've been particularly interested in the team from the Netherlands, Team Gosgens. They've been playing well. They've been kind of rolling through everyone. I think it's going to be a good one.
All right, and we're watching right now the last to practice here, and they're trying to figure out who's going to have the draw to the button. And it was Anderson and Stopera beating Thiessen and Dropkin in the Mixed Doubles Super Series. So, great battle there. And we'd like to welcome all of those folks here. So they're going to finish up the draws of the button, and we'll be back live when we come right back.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, Custom Chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Blister juice, freshly made your way.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of Curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of Curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Really? And welcome back here to the Saville Community Sports Center. You see over there our other semifinal, which is Kim versus Evan Van Amsterdam. That game is also being carried on Curling Stadium. You can catch the feed here. We have the handshakes going on here between Gosgens and Libbus. We're going to be underway from Saville in just a moment. This beautiful 10-sheet curling facility on the southern campus of the University of Alberta. See, they're given each of these games has an entire curling club to themselves, Matt.
Yeah, you could put up a wall halfway between and they'd have their own little rooms. It would be totally unnecessary, though.
It's nice to do things just because you can sometimes, though.
That's right.
So Libbus is making his way on down the ice. And here comes Gosgens. Gosgens has the Yellowstones here in the first end. It is Libbus with the Redstones. And it is Gosgens with the hammer here in end number 1. And we are underway, Matt.
It's going to be an interesting matchup. These are the two teams that have been playing the best. Neither team has lost. They went undefeated in their pool. They obviously won their quarterfinal game. This could easily have been the final. And just the way that the brackets work, they're going to have to go through themselves to get to the finals here. But I expect nothing but they've been playing really good, especially last night. So we should see some good shots right underway.
It does happen all the time. They end up with the semifinal often being the final. As long as it's not the quarterfinal. The Drawmaster did an okay job, in my opinion. It's when you really feel like the finals happen in the quarterfinals where it's disappointing.
I did see down in St. Paul, Schuster had to play Casper in the quarters.
Well, I'm not counting out my boy Scott Dunham yet. I mean, I was on the ice when he was playing, but he was undefeated coming into the playoffs.
Yeah, it does come down if they did take a loss somewhere. There's certainly it's their records. There's nothing else you can do. You can't space them out any better.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I was telling you, Matt, earlier. It was myself and our colleague Sean Joyce. We were playing in the A event finals at a local spiel down here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It was great to see my good friend from Saskatoon in the flesh. And I will tell you, Matt, Sean Joyce has a strong mustache game.
It's a hard thing to pull off. A lot of people try it, and I don't know. At least people that are around my age. I'm in my early 40s. For some reason, we've just evaded the mustache altogether. We've never even tried it. Everyone else, younger and older than me, they're pulling it off. So when you can do it, congratulations.
Yeah, I generally roll with a goatee. That's been my go-to. I don't know about the straight mustache, but he's got the curly handlebar ends and everything going on.
Oh, the Raleigh fingers.
Oh yeah, he was going full Raleigh fingers.
That's pretty good.
And I want to thank all of you who are joining us here on Curling Zone this afternoon. Feel free to join us in the chat. We're very happy to have you with us, and if you could do us a favor and subscribe, that will enable you to participate in the chat. And give us a like. It helps us out with the algorithm and allowing us to bring you more curling from more places every week from all over the world. So you see here, Gosgens has one sitting shot on the button. It is Libbus just offside.
Yeah, I think that was a freeze attempt, just about a foot deep. Froze on the wrong side of it. An opportunity here to pick it clean.
They picked that one clear. Now they're going to roll under cover. Gosgens trying to get it out. It's going to hang on to the side. So with Hammer, he's facing two here early. Going to elect to pull the cleanup here on sheet 3.
Yeah, a little bit of a trouble here, but they've been playing really well with rocks in play. I don't think they've had many blanks this weekend, but they can certainly clear things up here and make it look a little better from Jaap van Dorp, the second.
They're just going to get the peel, which is perfectly fine. Now, we're going to get the garden to come back up here. Been really impressed with Team Libbus of late, and especially they hadn't really came on and into their own last year towards the end, and Gosgens was basically living in Canada. It seemed he seemed to be at every event we had.
Yeah, they're definitely putting in the work. They've got a path to the Olympics, but it's going to have to go through some tough teams. They're in that Olympic qualifier event in December. There's some really tough competition around here, and I think an event like this is very comparable to the field of play that they're going to see in Kelowna. So this is great experience for them.
So here's Van Dorp. Pick this one up right out of his hand. It's going to be just another straight peel. Nothing wrong with that. They do get the roll to a corner guard. See if they can make use of that later. If you're watching last week and any of the games where I was solo, we have a guard song for this. Here comes the guard, do-do-do-do. Then comes the peel.
Curling parody songs are very underrated.
Oh, you got to have a strong parody game. It's never too early for a joke. Just a heavy clean on this one here. And they got 3/4 buried. That's probably good enough, man. I mean, you might be able to make a play on it if you want to be bold and daring.
Oh, it's very tempting, I think. I think they're going to go for it. That is, it's on the proper side for them to roll underneath this tighter corner, and it looks like they're going for it.
Yes, the first event I've called here this weekend, but last weekend there was some serious late snaps, so I definitely believe this shot has to be possible.
On the games I've watched, they're able to make all the shots in all the different pieces of the ice. So nothing funny on any of these sheets. But
they already lost it. So now they're just going to go hardcore for the rub. Can they spin it on? Yes, they can. They lie a sneaky third. Let's see if Jacob just wants to go straight guard again. It looks like he does, Matt.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. That's about all you can do there. You could elect to hit the Yellowstone if you want to be super safe. There's a chance to steal here, though, for Libbus, and they've been throwing these guards. They know where they need to go, and that's what they're going to do.
So now with the guard is Nate Mulberg.
Sweep this one over just like the last one. Still got to move.
It's going to get there just fine, I think. Oh, that is not a problem. Gonna try it again, Matt. That seems, well, that seems audacious.
It's going to be harder than the last one, which they were tight on and didn't make contact. But
the first one wasn't easy either, buddy.
No, no. I don't even know how much he sees out of the hack on this one.
So Hookman on it for the line now. You got past the guard. You're through the port. Can you walk on over to get a piece? Gonna get a piece. How much? It's plenty. Make the hit. Hold on. Sit there. And get shot rock out of it. Well executed shot there.
Well, I think you and me both had our doubts on that one. And that is a good result because not only did they get shot, but look where it's at. It's undercover. So they are, even though it's back 12, it's something that Libbus is going to have to worry about to avoid the 2.
So he's going to play this double. The problem is he's not going to stick around. And from all of that, we might be working our way back to Blanksville.
All trains roll through Blanksville.
I do have a song written for that. I'm just trying to work the audio. And I actually commissioned music for that one.
Is it Last Train to Blanksville?
Express Train to Blanksville.
Okay.
And then we're going to get Jerry to put a compilation of Blank Ends onto it. It's going to be a whole music video. It's going to go quadruple platinum. Played it. Get it? There's the double. They get half of it under, so great. Able to hold the shooter. Now it's just going to be a straight draw, and Gosgens is going to try to make himself the skipper's deuce.
Yeah, good double there. Nice little roll. Sneaky can't really do anything with either of those reds. So, yeah, no choice but to go under the center.
No, it's definitely the correct play. I mean, it does look like the angle does work to run the yellow onto the red and all the way across the house onto the other red, but that is, well, just stupid. It would be fun to watch.
Yeah, I wouldn't stop him.
Like our colleague Rory is. Rory is just rooting for the most entertaining shot to call. So the first from Gosgens. And Dorp watching it come on down. That's going to be dead buried. Full 4.
Well, they saw it all the way. They've seen a few of those down that path. And good enough separation. Looks like it's going to force a run back attempt here from Jacob.
It's a pretty serious run, too. It's about 10 feet. And as long as he stays on his feet, he'll be able to take a shot at it.
It's no more difficult than the double he just made on the side, if I recall.
It's probably easier. Looks harder, but it's probably easier. So Jacob Libbus with his final of the first. They picked this one up right out of his hand. It is curling really hard. They're going to lose this. It's gone. Sayonara. Goodbye. And it's going to be a free draw for 2 for Gosgens.
Yeah, that was obviously difficult. I think when you're talking about 10-foot run backs, degree of difficulty is always high. You can rate them. You know, this one's easier than the other, but still got to make it. And as you can see, that one just over curled. And this is going to leave Wouter to a relatively simple draw. And I'll say relatively simple because every shot for points is not easy. They're worth something here, but I'm sure he's glad for a draw to the 8 for 2.
And he can throw to his own, too. That's very nice. So final stone of the first end. He's got one in his pocket. That's to touch the 8 foot to get 2. They're on this pretty significantly. It does still have to come. It's decidedly not heavy. Needs to be to the 8 foot gentleman. Get to the 8 foot gentleman. Okay, you're just fine. That's 2 for Gosgens. Libbus will have the hammer in the second when we come back from Saville right after this.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos.
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made your way.
And welcome back to the Saville Grand Prix at the Saville Community Sports Center, where on the very campus of this sportsplex is a Booster Juice franchise. We want to thank them for their support at Curling Stadium, and you too can get that soy milk smoothie with every booster and green tea extract added to it, just like you just saw on the advert. It was a deuce for Gosgens there, and Libbus now has a hammer. I'm Dave Schmel, joined by Matt Sussman, Connor Sims, making all the magic happen, and we are happy to have you here with us on Curling Stadium. And Matt, so Gosgens pretty well manufactured that out of the draw and worked the skip deuce, and what do you expect out of Libbus here?
Well, they've been playing good so far. I don't think they're too upset with how they played. You know how they say if everyone makes all their shots, the team with hammer is going to score 2, and that's largely what happened. They just missed a long run back to avoid getting that 2. However, they appear to be setting up a pretty standard end here. They've got the corner guard up. They're going to go around it, and I think they'll be pushing pretty hard to get the 2 back.
Michael Henrichs, the lead. It's running a nice little come around here. It explores the explored Edmonton decal and will end up settled slightly overburied just behind the tee line. So Wouter choosing not to chase that. Looks like a little draw tap on his own.
Yeah, the rocks down the center aren't exactly lined up great. That center guard's not really a center guard. So I think they're just going to try to make the angles a little bit better for them. You could get just a little bit inside and sort of line them up, or as they call it, the Christmas tree, but it's October. It's too early to talk about Christmas. That's probably what they want to do.
And I find now that even since we've installed the no-tick rule that we get some of our most interesting ends when the center guards are just off that center line, just a skosh. And because rather than have them all lined up, you can have the team without hammer with a rock that's in a control position. I mean, Jacob Libbus is going to be worried about that stone just off that center line until he peels it, because it can always give him trouble. Whereas when they're all lined up dead straight in that center line like soldiers, that stone really isn't as dangerous because it can't generate any angle for movement.
Yeah, you'd be tempted to try to hit all these, but it looks like he's just going to try to pick out the middle one and roll, sit second, third. Not a bad call.
Yeah, I like it. It's definitely staying committed to scoring a multiple end here as the stone comes on the way from Zach. Skinny it, pick it, roll right on across just like you drew it up. Now Wouter is going to try to just mirror image what he just had before.
Yeah, I think that it's possible there. There's also the definite possibility that Van Dorp's rock here kind of kisses off his own yellow and they all sort of scatter. They definitely want to roll that way.
Well, they took very little ice here. I think it's indicated by the fact that they're brushing basically immediately. If they catch any piece, this might just go right on by everything. They crash into theirs, kick it out into the open. Line 1-2, Libbus is third.
It's not awful. That's the I don't hate it shot. There's no double, but they can definitely choose to hit either one, whichever one they like.
If I were to tell you that I'm wearing an I don't hate it shirt at this very moment.
Well, the Grand Slam of curling is, I think, one of their best sellers is the I don't hate it hat.
This one is not going to curl across the face. It's going to hit and get just a touch of a roll. Basically edge on edge with the guard here. Gosgens is going to have a bevy of options.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think if he noses, he'll just be second shot. Then what does Libbus do?
Well, we're going to find out shortly because Gosgens is going to put that challenge on. So here's Hookman.
I think you'd love to hit this one nose or maybe just a shade high. You want to make the double very difficult.
Holding this one, it's going to clear the guard by plenty. Come up to dead nose, hit and stick right there. They do lie 1 and 2 at the moment.
Yeah, you hit that one nose. Now you're second and third, which again, not bad if you got hammer. That's what they'll do.
I think this is a situation where, you know, you at least need to have in your head what the angle is for that slash. And I see him just took a quick look. I think he just tried to calculate that. Doesn't want to, if you look at it too much, you can put it in your thrower's head too much. but the skip has to know where that is. It's not the primary call, but you want to make sure you know how to make it. This one has to come up a whole ton. Might be close to that little slash. Get it! Oh, you had to sweep that just a little bit, Matt.
Well, I think he might have felt he was a little bit in between. There. You saw nothing from the brushers.
Yeah.
There was no call whatsoever. I think he was hoping it was going to curl up a little bit, but that's when you try for that audible, and then you say, all right, I think we got this here. Instead, shots made, it's their second, third, and Gosgens is going to still chase this top red and see what he does after that.
So Hookman with his second. This one curling up quite a bit. It's going to get a hit and flop. And it flops. Guarding theirs. That's a fantastic outcome. It may even be second shot. Really close there, Matt.
Yeah, you can't tell. It does leave a nose double, and I think that is what they're going to try to do. That probably rolled a foot too far. Could have either rolled 2 more feet, and that probably would have been even better. I think that's probably the one place they didn't want to go.
So Moberg trying to kill both of these here. Gonna pick the top one. Watch out for the jam. Does clear out the rock on the way. It's gonna be a solitary stone for Wouter there.
Yeah, Libbus is coming out a little bit tight right now. They've missed a few of these narrow. That was unfortunate. And now Gosgens has a great opportunity. Get underneath that center guard, put 2 in the 4-foot, and Libbus is going to have a real tough time scoring, or a very hard time to get his 1.
So Yup and Dorp holding the broom. And Wouter settles in. It's a long way down from there.
Yeah, he's a tall man. He's got a very kind of upright delivery, as you see, but it's effective.
Well, I kind of do too. I'm not quite as tall as Wouter, but it's not too far off.
Brushers have been on this one since the release.
Got a skinny past that guard. They will get past it. And where is it going to settle? It's going to settle just to the top of the 4-foot. Fantastic outcome here. And Jacob Libbus is probably going to look to blow up the whole works here.
That is probably all he's got. He might want to be careful. He wants to leave himself something. And there's really not one good rock to hit. I suppose hitting that top one's good. Even if you just peel it off, they'll put a guard back, then you've got to draw to the button.
Yeah, he's always
going to move all these.
Yeah, he's always going to have an out-turn draw here. He's definitely thinking about trying to get to Blanksville.
don't know if he can get all 3. He can certainly remove 2. But he'd leave a center.
So Jacob Libbus coming out with a big head of steam. On the one, makes contact with the next one, and he's just going to peel those 2. Roll his own over to a somewhat of a corner guard. He's going to give Wouter a chance to split the rings here and put the force on.
That's right. That's about as good as I think Jacob could have done. Those rocks were lined up for 2 of them to go away if he hit a big piece of that guard. There's a question now is, where do you put the second one? You put it in a place that, top 4 center would be a decent place to sort of tempt a blank attempt, make the draw difficult. You could try to use that guard, put a piece underneath there. Just want to make this shot as hard as possible and shrink that scoring area as much as you can.
Yeah, one thing I was thinking possibly is that you go maybe edge on edge with your own, just biting the rings and making Jacob decide between a longer double and coming all the way around the outturn side, where we really haven't been too much. So final stone for Wouter Gosgens here in the second.
Cooper's just kind of escorting this one down. Now they're going.
Yeah, not too bad. It's kind of just what you suggested, man. It's a tweener.
You can't nose it and get a point. That's a good spot.
So the question is, do you want to take one or play a difficult double? You'd have to come through on the intern side and flop into it, because if you outturn goes over the top, and it's kind of thin. You need to catch probably a quarter. If
you make the double and blank,
you could double. Yeah, if you throw a quarter with a heavy rotation, by the time you hit the second one, it would gear and probably go out the side. But a lot of ways to miss it too.
Yeah, I guess if you were to play that, you have to ask yourself, could you flash through that hole? And I don't think you could.
Oh,
so
I know I could. I know I could.
Well, you could, Dave. You could, but you're not throwing this. So
yeah,
Jacob Libbus is throwing this, and I don't know if there's a.
He's probably better than me.
In there.
Yeah, I could do that all day, and it's Sunday, so I could do it at least twice.
I could somehow knock a third yellow in there. I got you beat.
There you go. So, has some comments in the chat thinking just take the force. I think that's a good idea. Discretion may be the better part of valor here.
Yeah, you just hit this one. You got to roll. You got to touch a piece of the button. But a steal, you don't want to do it. But yeah, just get your one. This is the call.
So Jacob Libbus and his team from Edmonton here, facing 2. Final stone of the second end. Hard on the hold side here, trying to hold the line. Looks pretty good. Oh no, you might lose it out the back. Oh, you do. Do you clear the yellow? Yes, okay. It's a steal of 1 for Gosgens. He has a 3-stone lead after 2. We'll be back from Saville right after this. You're watching Curling Stadium on SSN.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability. The PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbach coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
And welcome back to the Saville Community Sports Center here. It's the semifinals of the Saville Grand Prix, and it was a steal of one. Libbus unable to convert for the single there in end number 2, Matt.
It was a difficult shot. He needed to roll a foot. He couldn't have rolled more than that, and he just rolled way too much. Almost gave up a steal of 2. He was fortunate to make enough contact. His brushers held that just enough. But Wouter Gosgens put his last rock in, I would say, the perfect spot to make the most difficult shot possible, and that's why they're up 3-0.
So now trailing by 3. It's going to be offense for Libbus. He doesn't have to go crazy yet, but you need to make sure you get to him. I can't say I'm not just a little surprised he didn't elect for a second guard someplace, but coming right on into the park.
I think you just need 2. It's the third end. It's not deep in the game. The 2 will still get you there. I called the Gosgens game on Saturday night where they were actually down 3-0. They gave up 3 in the first, and it took a while, and they didn't get that lead until the 8th end, but then they finally got it. So if you do a well-played game from here on out, you get your 2, you get a couple forces, you'll be right back in this thing.
And that's a very well-executed draw. Both ends in a row, Mike Henrik says, throwing that guard and throwing a beautiful draw underneath of it.
Yeah, you take a picture of this setup. This is what lead stones. This is the platonic ideal of lead stones, Dave.
Please expand.
2 on the center and then 2 on the sides. That is just. It's geometrically pleasing.
And after desperately searching for a comeback to that and being unable to do so, Gosgens is going to try to follow that one down. And follow it down he does.
Yeah, very good chase there. That bumped it back. Now there's nothing you can do with second shot. So you're just going to have to chase it yourself and try to do the same thing.
Watching this one make its way down, trying to do the same thing but better. This has to move. It does, and man, the boys are putting on a clinic here, Matt.
Well, like I said, no panic in this team. Just make a few shots. They're in really good position. That freeze, it's not completely locked down, but the angle's perfect. There's not a whole lot you can do with that stone, so it looks like they're going to get rid of the corner here.
So here comes the peel. Doesn't move it a whole bunch. Was that enough?
Yeah, well, it did open up second shot, but again, that guard is just going to be something Libbus can use. I think they definitely wanted that to roll more toward the center, if anything. Gives a opportunity here to take care of shot stone, even though it's completely undercover.
They're discussing how they actually want to take this on. Conversation between Zach and Jake is Skip. Settled on the intern here. This one's taking its time to get there. Now it makes its turn. You get past, you dig it out. Can you roll under cover far enough? Probably could have taken that just a touch further, but pretty good.
Yeah, it gets the job done. They are shot stone. They didn't have to move that yellow one all that far. They are second and third at the moment. Gosgens is lining up to see if there's a possible double. And I think there is, but does that middle red one go towards the yellow? This is where all those angles come into play.
I'm pretty sure it's going to go underneath if you hit it properly. I'm getting out my protractor right now, drawing lines on my laptop.
Dry erase marker, yeah.
Well, no, you're supposed to use dry erase.
Oh man.
Well, I need
you got that extended warranty.
Now I need a new laptop. Send your donations to Curling Zone, London, Ontario. Care of Jerry Gertz.
Dave needs a new laptop.com.
So Hoekman. Wouter deciding not to play that little slash. Gonna make the hit. Do you flop underneath? No, you're gonna sit there wide open. And Matthew, did he leave the double back?
I think there was enough air there to do that. I think you might need to do the other turn, the clockwise turn. But I think it's certainly there. You can certainly roll like Jacob just signaled. Just on top of it, that second yellow is behind the tee line. So definitely the door is open to take control of this end here.
So the door is open. Can Nate walk through it? We'll find out in about 13 and a half seconds. On the way from Olberg. Off and on, usually a pretty good sign. Gonna catch a piece, just gonna roll right in front of it. A freeze on it's really good. That's not bad at all. Take another look at that, Matt.
Yeah, this has been the sweepers managing this one very well. They've needed to get their lines on these types of shots. They bring the weight down a little bit. No panic whatsoever. And I think, yeah, the double is tempting, but this roll right here couldn't have gone any further, and it just locks right on the yellow. It's going to take a while for that red one to go away.
Man, that was so sweet. You might need a shot of insulin.
I've just got some candy in my desk if that ever happens.
Candy, a little bit of rye if you're in Canada, whiskey if you're in the whiskey if you're in the States.
I do have a few coffee crisp left last time I was up in Canada.
All right, or coffee crisp. There you go. Or little Timbits or Munchkins or.
The point is that it was a sweet shot.
It was sweet.
That's the main takeaway.
And Gosgens is gonna fire at this, and you can fire at it. You're gonna get it to fly to the left, but I don't even think you can clear the rings. Throwing out this with a easy takeout weight, just trying to jostle it some and shuffle the deck, and I really think that's the right thing to do because you're never killing it. Gonna hit it probably on the wrong side, I think. Yep. So, shot stone for Gosgens temporarily.
Chance to lay 3 here for Libbus. He hits this one on the nose. He can get a little bit low and roll underneath that guard, and then suddenly the 3 is in play. So big opportunity here.
Absolutely, and that's all set up by that perfect roll. So now here's Nate trying to see if he can't be perfect yet again. On the way, they're just kind of escorting it down the sheet right now. Curling up nicely. Gonna make the shot, but just dug in to get to nose. Would like to come a little bit further there, Matt.
Yeah, it was hanging out there for a little bit. They were not panicked at all. I think they thought they had it, but it just never came up. Might have been a little too heavy. But other than that, there is a chance here. Gosgens can try to make the same shot that Libbus tried to do and just get underneath that guard first. They would be shot stone if they can do that.
So the Dutchman from Zoetermeer makes his way back to the hack. His first to 2 here in the third.
One also is not curling. Oh, there it goes.
Coming over just fine now, trying to walk it over a little bit more. On the one, bang, over the top of the second. Unfortunate indeed. It is now Libbus line 1 and 2 and salivating at how best to lie 3. Oh, and Nate goes, forget 3, how do we lie 4, Skip?
Well, you always want to look at it. There's no time clock. It might be there to lay 4, but I think you'd be okay with 3, and that's what's really looking like the ideal situation. You bury a rock top 8 underneath that center, and suddenly you're sitting 3, and Gosgens has nothing other than to concede a 3. You'd hate to miss this, though.
Yeah, but absolutely. But to that point, if you were just to come across the face and hit that top red that we're looking at on the left-hand side on the long shot, you would kill the Gosgens stone out the side door, roll your shooter towards the center, and lie 4.
And I think, yeah, that's what they're being tempted to do. They are down 3, so a 4 would put them right back in control. It's not wrong to deliberate it.
No, it's a good time to do that if we want to get some good insights out into our opinions of time clocks. We could page our good friend Jim Nix, who has had the quote unquote air quote pleasure of calling multiple 8N games that went well in excess of 3 hours this week.
Well, there's so many sports that are suddenly bound by clocks. Baseball used to be the untimed game. Now they've got clocks, at least for pitch clocks. So you've got the moments in which time can sort of stand still. I guess you use it, especially when much of this game, it does involve going over all the options and making sure you're not missing something. But it really does come down to, are you good with taking 3, or do you want to get greedy and try to get 4? And that's what I think they're going to go for it.
So obviously having old time clocks, that's a real issue because it's a big volunteer thing. I'm just thinking, what if we just had a shot clock, kind of like basketball or even billiards has a shot clock, and every rack you get to take a extension and like a mini timeout and take extra time. You could probably easily enough develop a device that could be in the opponent skip's pocket to cue up the shot clock. I don't know. Well, we can talk about that more right now, but let's see if Jacob can make this. Trying to lie 4.
He's trying to hit the yellow one flush and flop his shooter over on the side. They're not really doing a whole lot with it yet, and it must be close.
They're going to hit. They're going to pop it out, and they do lie. 1, 2, 3, 4. So discussion's worthwhile. Now, Gosgens probably just going to try to find a way to not give up a bundle. Van Dorp making a very good point that you might be able to chop that high one into the one on the forefoot. I know it's a long, long way, but that's how it's going to go.
Well, there's definitely a double here. If you hit it right in the space, they'll both fly. You could hit the top one first, and you could also hit the lower one first. That would also redirect. But if you want to make, you got to get that higher one all the way across the house. So that one probably has to get hit first. A double is definitely possible here, and then you sit right in front of that other one, and it's going to be a little bit difficult to get it for 3, but it's all he's got.
Yeah, so Jake Libbus has done a great job of manufacturing end here. Gosgens trying to limit the damage. His final stone of the third end is on the way. Just coming down with a nice firm weight, trying to drag it over just a touch. Oh my goodness, just one only. Now, can they roll underneath and maybe save themselves that way? Well, they are second shot, half buried. Take another look and tell me what you see, Matt.
Well, what I didn't see was a way to get through that hole there, but that's exactly what happened. They tried to push this one over to get that top one first. It squeaks.
It does what, buddy?
Words escape me. It squirts through, and it's in the back of the 8. Chance here for 4, though, for Team Libbus.
So Libbus is going to try to dig this one out. Final stone of the third end. Libbus trying to get 4. He makes it, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. The score is 4-3. After 3, the fourth end will occur after these messages on Curling Stadium.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
And welcome back. It was a big four-ender from the Saville Community Sports Center for Jacob Libbus. He was able to skinny past that guard and get it after Wouter Gosgens really went through an area which it just didn't look like it could go through. Matt?
Yeah, very unfortunate miss there. They were looking to get rid of two. I didn't know how they could get just one, let alone the one in the back. But they left a pretty easy shot for Libbus. Just needed to go around with some hack to board weight and clear it out for 4. But that big end was brewing the entire time. It was looking like a 3. I think they were trying to concede the 3, and then they just had a little bit of bad luck. So they need to regroup. They're only down 1 with hammer, so it's essentially a tie game at this point.
No, absolutely. And we'd like to thank all of you for joining us here on Curling Stadium. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Give the stream a thumbs up from wherever you are. We are so thankful. It does help to give our lives a bit of meaning when we know that you're there. And we've been treated to some great curling all weekend long from the Saville Grand Prix. So many great events here at the Saville Community Sports Center on the southern campus of the University of Alberta. So now Gosgens needs to get back on the horse. Still not in a bad shot. 1 stone down with the hammer here in the evens. He's throwing the yellow stone. Libbus has red.
Yep, it's a bad end, but you clear it out. You say, all right, that happened. Can't undo it.
Also, here's your favorite setup again, buddy.
Oh, I love it. I need another picture of that. Hold on, freeze frame. Oh, that's beautiful. It's not as pristine as the setup in the third end, but it's still pretty good.
Well, the last one you turned platonic.
Yes.
So now the stone on the way from Zach Polachuk. This one is curling nicely, dead buried under cover. They lie 1-2, all lined up, and Gosgens has no choice but to hit the Control-Alt-Delete button here.
Yep, it's looking bad for them, but they are skilled at these types of shots, so Van Dorp's going to try to clear some granite.
He gets one, he gets two. Able to roll to the side, so does not leave a guard, most importantly. Now, Libbus is going to draw right underneath. Yeah, it's the opposite color, but line two's often a good idea.
Yeah, not bad. You get rid of two. Looking a little better. Might take another good shot to get out of it, though.
So, second from Zachary. This one doesn't have a tremendous amount of weight. They're going to get past the guard, no problem. See where it settles down. Going to overcurl on him and sit pretty well wide open. A little bit of a miss there.
Yeah, didn't quite have the line on that one. That was the right weight, but you probably wanted to expose, if anything, the other side of the stone. You wonder here if you do make the roll, do you get the double?
Yeah, I think that I didn't see Wouter take a look at it. You need to be aware of where that rock is, because it could jam or you can make the double. One or two, you really want to be the one that's better for you. This one curling up really, really hard. We're not going to worry about that. It's going to hit and roll just a touch underneath that guard. Shot stone for Libbus, 2 and 3 for Gosgens.
Starting to see shots get a little more imprecise. You got to wonder if that's the ice. You got to wonder if this is the 6th game of the weekend for both of these teams. Could be a number of things.
But taking a look, they're mentioning the fact that the slash is there. Don't know if you really want to worry about that too much, Matt. I think drawing to line 2 is probably pretty good. You hit that, you're not line second. I don't know. What do you think is the best shot here, Matt?
Well, I think he keeps looking at that yellow that was just thrown by Van Dorp, and that's the rock he likes the least. So the question being, what can you do to sort of negate the usefulness of that rock? And you'd love to hit it, but you really can't. And I think your decisions sort of stem from that. How do you let that rock not hurt you? He's eyeing up a run back. I don't think that's bad, but there's not a lot of other really good options. So I guess if he just peels this one out, he might have some options here, but he'd love to try to touch that yellow one on the way by.
And over at the Dale St. Paul Cash Field, Tabitha Pearson and Delaney Strouth are going to extra end in their semifinal match. We do have that stream available for you on Curling Zone. The link is in the chat. The hit is there. It's going to catch the one in the back and stuff it right there. It is still Libbus sitting 1, Gosgens sitting 2 and 3.
Well, that's just as good as a peel, which again, it's. I think Gosgens is going to be fine with that, because now he can hit and sit 3 here, and there may not be an easy double. There's probably a couple options there if he hits and sticks right here.
Yeah, I was never in love with that call, really, from Jacob there. It always had the possibility of leaving your opponent line 3 with lots of air in between them. But this might not be as easy as it looks, because we are on it hard for the line, really hard for the line. Hold it for a piece. You get, well, just a whisker of it. Now, if we had a sponsor, that would be sponsored by a certain razor company, because that was as close as a man can get.
Well, Hookman's not happy. You could tell based on his reaction after he let go. He didn't watch that one go down. That is a big, big miss. They had an opportunity here, and now Libbus has a chance to take this end away from them.
Throw this double, you're going to be really, really happy, even if you play the chase here, which is what they're electing to do. Olberg. Makes it beautifully. They sit 1-2. So can Wouter see enough of that to get over and lie to? I don't know, Matt.
Oh, well, I'd like to say there's not enough space, but I've been wrong about that before in the last half hour. I think what he's looking at, I think if he goes yellow-red, that he might make it that way, then your shooter rolls over. I think he's imagining it in his head as, oh my God, what a great result. But that is a difficult one, and I don't think he needs to go for broke quite yet. He can still, this is not a great steal end, but it looks like he's, I think it might be just going for the red. You sit right there.
Yes, looks like it's going to be hit and stick. So here's Hookman. Nice clean release there. On it for the curl. Trying to walk it over. It's going to clear the yellow. No problem. Get the hit. The roll. Don't roll too far. He popping out there just a little bit, but good throw.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to roll that much, but he certainly did it. It rolled. Oh, there is a double there. I think it does not go cleanly through, depending on how you do it. But it might just work for them.
Well, if you get it and it does take out your own on the way and your real potential to give the blank to Gosgens, and I don't think Libbus would mind pushing Gosgens into having the hammer and the odds.
It's still there. 3-6 bucks.
Some good conversation here, and take a look at the options. See now, if he could just come there, cue things up. I mean, that's not bad. You know, if you were just to draw on down to the shot stone right now, or even hitting shimmy under the yellow.
Sure, I think if you just go for shot stone, this one's a whole lot simpler, and you stay right there, then you're 1-2, and that does prevent a big end.
No, it's a good example that Jacob was. I think he realized for a second he was overthinking it, and just play the simpler shot. Really tough for your opponent to score more than 2 if there's only one rock when they get to throw their list. So first of 2 from Jacob Libbus. Off and on, this is going to make it no problem. Oh, beautiful. Way more casual than I probably would have called that, but
no panic whatsoever. That's a seasoned veteran right there.
Yep. Yeah, when one of those happened to me, I'm like, "What are you? You were worried, boys? What do you mean you were worried? I had that the whole time. No problem." Same time I'm looking for a change of shorts.
That's what we call oversharing, Dave.
We haven't worked together much, have we, Matt?
No. A similar shot back is possible for Wouter. Hit and roll on top of the red. And if they do that, might be difficult to get rid of it. Maybe he needs a miss out of Jacob. He's playing really well right now.
He is. And get the hit. Roll. You want to stay in front of it. Oh, slid on by. Another chance for Libbus to find a way to sit two here. This is another one. They're looking at the whole array of hits, and Matt, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't going to be fine just to draw and sit two underneath that high yellow?
I don't see a hit that really helps you all that much. I think the hit on the back one, then you've got two reds that are kind of flat next to each other. That's a double for two. But I agree. I think if you can just go underneath that top 8 one, doesn't really matter where it's at, T-line, even back 4, I don't think the steal is ever happening. And you can get your force that way, then you've got hammer tied in the second half of the game. Don't know what this one does, honestly. If it noses it, if it's going to be like 6 inches deeper, that will make that double extremely difficult, and that might be what they're looking at. But I don't think this may be lined up for a double on Gosgens last.
So final stone for Libbus here in the fourth.
Big sweep for line here. Whoa.
He ends up grouping his own, and it's going to leave a crotch double for 2. Do we have a replay on that, Connor?
Really interesting call here. Again, he needed to hit this. He needed to hit the yellow first. As you can see, he hit the red first. He touches that one first, and it redirects over. We've got 2 reds almost at the same line. So if you hit the lower one first, just barely, you can make them both go away. Your shooter will probably roll back toward the T line, which again is always a thing I love to see. But you definitely have a chance for 2 here, Dave.
Yeah, big opportunity for Wouter Gosgens. Literally out of nowhere. So the Dutchman gets settled in. Final stone of the fourth end. Looking for the double for a deuce. Nice, easy weight. You don't have to go crazy here. This is all about the line. They're trying to hold it. This is coming up hard, and we're off. Gonna make the 1 and the 2, and you get your deuce. 2 on the board for Gosgens. He has a 5-4 lead after 4. We'll be back from Saville after this on Curling Stadium.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. the need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made your way.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Welcome back to the Saville Community Sports Center. It's the Saville Grand Prix semifinals. It's 5-4 in favor of Wouter Gosgens here. And in our other semifinal, going to get a score update. And you can see it's Evan van Amsterdam with a 5-3 lead over Kim from Korea. So the winners of both of these matches will be joining us in the finals. We'll have the call here on Curling Stadium. So it is Libbus with the hammer here in the fifth after, well, frankly, we were talking in the break, Matt. A deuce he didn't have to give up.
It was a really interesting call. He was looking to hit second shot and I guess try to leave a double that was impossible to hit and stick for two, but it was poorly executed, hit his own stone first, and then that left a relatively simple double he just needed to hit right in between the two, which Wouter did with no hesitation, and all of a sudden we're back to a game here.
And both teams are in love with this setup. Corner draw behind, that's not going to come quite far enough, though. So, double guard, we'll see how that plays out.
Would have looked a lot better if it was 6 feet deeper, though. Perfect rectangle.
Well, better 6 feet deeper than 6 feet under. So Wouter is going to stack another one in the middle. You see the Explore Edmonton logo is all over. The Saville Center, and especially on this sheet, plenty of things to explore in Alberta. Of course, most famous of which is Banff.
I've had the opportunity to go to Edmonton a few times. It's been nice every single time. It's beautiful country.
I've been to Calgary. I haven't been to Edmonton, and I understand there is a friendly rivalry between the two major cities in Calgary.
Yeah, it's those are basically the two places. I've also visited the city in between the two, which is Red Deer.
Ah, Red Deer. Some very famous bonspiels have occurred there.
Yes. I was there not for curling. I was actually there for work. This was about 20 years ago. I had an opportunity to go there, did some work, was able to spend some time in Edmonton and Calgary, and just seeing the sun go down at 11:30 at night definitely it's a different view.
That one took a big turn halfway down the sheet there. I can't help but to think that might have picked just to touch it. Because all the weight came off of it, but they were still able to get it across the hog line. So they have the Uber 1 guard and a 3 guard.
Yeah, still a good result. A lot of separation, and they are going to go at these guards, try to see if they can generate some points here.
Hit the 1, make the second. Unfortunately, when it's that long and that straight, you're always leaving a guard. So Wouter can just utilize it just like it was his own flavor and put that guard right back in there.
And we'd always play it. We'd always play it based on which guard was best and also which area was easiest for them to get around. This one's a little straighter, and with Jason all the way on. So we'd give them the rolls that way.
And we'd like to welcome our viewers from the semifinals at the Dale St. Paul Cash Spiel. We just watched Delaney Strouth defeat Tabitha Peterson in an extra end. My name's Dave Schmel. I'm joined by Matt Sussman, and this is the semifinals of the Saville Grand Prix. It is Wouter Gosgens with a 5-4 lead over Jacob Libbus. Libbus has the hammer, playing the 5th. Libbus has the red stones. And Gosgens with the yellow. Gosgens has one right there at the top 4, well covered by guards. So hang with us here. And I know a lot of you folks are watching the Dale St. Paul Cash Spiel. I know I've been keeping up with it, with lots of friends of mine playing it as well. Keep yourself entertained, and at the conclusion of this game, we'll send you to the finals over there. And after that, you can bounce right back for the finals at Saville. No reason to leave the comfort of your viewing area. So make sure you're stocked up with all your favorite curling related beverages, and hang with us here on Curling Zone. And you know what? Hit that subscribe button. That'd be really cool. Wouter is getting lots of opportunity to throw guards here, Matt.
Yeah, run back opportunity. Only got rid of 1. Left a stone on the hog line, which is one of my favorite sites in all of curling.
The -1 guard. I guess a 0.5 guard right now. Got to hit it 1 more time to get the full -1. There's a good shot of that one just lying there. Now, for the more casual fans, generally the entire stone has to be over the hog line. But once a stone is legally in play, if another stone comes in contact with it, it's good. I've seen stones get 3 full stones, for lack of a better word, north of the hog line where it shouldn't be.
It's good practice too. You can try to, if you want to practice takeouts, you can certainly line one up and just see how far back you can get it.
Never even thought of that as a drill, Matt. That sounds like a great one, though. Because it's not only you're going to have to have good weight control, because you're going to have to progressively throw it harder to clear it out, but also making sure you're staying on nose to keep the line up there. It sounds like an awesome drill for a club.
Yeah, you could also do it just in the house as well, because those are, see if you can get it out of the house. But I just think it's more, anytime I can make a decision that's funnier, and I don't see anything funnier than a rock in front of the hog line that's in play, and I think you always go with that choice.
Well, we're right past that. We're on the one. We're going to make the double, slide it out. Yes, you do. And out of trouble for the moment is Team Libbus. Take us through it, Matt.
Yeah, they've been searching to try to clear the yellow out here. And again, came right out there. Not a whole lot of sweeping needed here, but they get one, they get two, and there's no Yellowstones in play, and that leaves them with 5 guards. A lot of options for them, but there's also a lot of options here for Wouter Gosgens to draw around.
So Jaap van Dorp back there holding the broom for his skipper.
I think if you're Team Gosgens, I don't think you're really mad. Nothing you can do. You tip your cap to the shot that was made, but you do have a lot of red rocks in play, a lot of guards, and they can use all of them.
So Gosgens looking for the draw weight. On its way down. Gets past the guard. Gonna end up just biting the tee line. Well thrown rock. So it's gonna be the run of approximately 10 feet for Jake Libbus.
Not the easiest angle, because you can't just hit it straight back. If you hit it straight back, you're going to pick it out, leave your guard there. You're going to have to get this on an angle a little bit. And you won't really be able to, if you stick it, get it under a whole lot of cover. So there's a lot of tricky little nuance to this shot, but it is there.
So first of 2 of the way for Jake Libbus. Make contact, hit it, and stick it. That is as good as you could have done, Matt.
I think the key to this shot here, he didn't overthrow it. As you can see, this is well-managed weight. They didn't have to do a whole lot. And look where the shooter goes. It is almost nose, stays right there. They are now undercover. Top 4, that's a good rock. It's going to be a hard one to deal with. I think all that Gosgens is going to have is to try to follow it down, maybe freeze to it, maybe get shot out of it. But now a chance for 2 is definitely there for Libbus.
And I think you said that perfectly, Matt. Not overthrowing it and giving your brushers a chance to be involved in the conversation. So many times, especially with the younger teams, we see people throwing 8.5 or 9-second rocks where the same shot could be made with 11 and 11.5.
I haven't seen a lot of teams, really in this entire field. That is the final shot that kind of clicks into your arsenal, is those downweight hits. And if you can do that, then you can make yourself a whole lot more shots.
So final of the 5th for Gosgens. Needs a really good one here. Even locking on to shot stone is not bad. He's going to try to wrap around and get shot himself. The line looks pretty good. Can they carry it there? Does it have the weight? Does it have the weight? It does, and he shot stone.
What a fantastic result there. That rock is gone from the guards. You are not going to see any of it from the outside. It is chaseable, though, and I think that might be the way they have to work with this. When they have to move it, though, I'd say about 3 feet for it to be out of the 4-foot.
So Jacob Libbus is going to try to take a look at this and chase it around the outside, around the outside, around the outside.
I think they're going to go on the outside. Correct me if you're wrong.
Sounds pretty good to me. Lining up for the final stone. He's now facing one. Needs this one. Very least needs to clear it out and get a single. Would love to get his deuce here as he's playing the odd ends. Straightens out the hat. And on the way, final stone of end number 5. Right out of his hand, they're picking it up. Working hard to hold the line. That's the really high guy. Got to get past this middle guard. Got to get past this middle guard. You're going to? No, you're going to wreck. And it's a steal of 1 for Wouter Gosgens. And he takes a 6-4 lead heading into end number 6 from Saville. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Curling Stadium.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk? And I'll add spinach and ginger. And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos.
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Blister juice, freshly made your way.
And welcome back to the Saville Community Sports Center. It's the Saville Grand Prix semifinals. Wouter Gosgens gets the steal on Jake Libbus there in end number 6, Matt. And, oh, man, Jake just missed that one by a skosh.
He did. It was really set up by Gosgens needing to draw around kind of everything. Got under cover, and that left a very low percentage shot for Jake Libbus. Had to throw that sort of back 8, back 12 weight to get around everything, and he couldn't quite find the line, and that's resulted in what was the second steal of the game here for Gosgens, so now they're in control.
Yeah, and, you know, you see there at the scoreboard, it's just been one end where Libbus has posted a score. Now, it was a 4-ender. That's why he still is involved in this conversation. Gosgens has that nibbler there. He's going to put a tight guard on top of it.
Well, if I'm Libbus's coach, I'm going out there and saying, just get another 4-ender.
So I'm Dave Schmelt. I'm joined by Matt Captain, Sussman.
That's all coaching is, right?
Oh, man. Reminds me of the story of the Philadelphia Phillies, and if we get an opportunity, I'll tell it. Right now, the game's a touch too interesting. We got that guard, a draw underneath, and Gosgens is going to lob another one into the 4-foot and say, Jake, you're going to have to come get me.
Well, he's been doing pretty good at those run backs down the middle. This is the call, though. They're going to need one a little bit deeper than the two they have. Top 4 would be ideal. They have the one sweeper, though, right now. Oh, Wouter comes out and shows him that skips can sometimes sweep.
Yep, realizing, he is now tripling what he's usually expected to do, going from 6 to 18 feet, and he did well.
Take a breath. Take a sit. Get a protein bar in you. You did well.
Yeah, I played this weekend under protest. I threw 4th and brushed. I mean, like, oh no.
You did everything.
Yeah, it wasn't enough though. Only runners up, but we're quite happy with our effort. So now Zach, the only hatless member of Team Libbus, makes 1, 2. Ooh, stuffs it. Still Christmas treed up.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate.
Should have had a hat.
Again, a coach, if you get a coach, you go out there and say that. Score 4 and put a hat on.
They get the straight peel and end up offsetting their own guards. It's really not a bad result for Wouter.
It does junk up the front a little bit. They lost their Christmas tree.
Yeah, but they replaced it with an equally suitable bush.
A shrubbery, if you will. Can't double those 2 yellows either. That's going to go into the red. So I think they're going to try this straight back, hit the middle one, see if they can get shot stone.
So Zach's going to come with some alacrity here. Looks like it's going to be dangerously close to the top one. Just squeezes by. Dead stuffs it. Does leave their red straight lined up on it. You see Zach not too thrilled with that. This is going to give Wouter an opportunity to play the hit and the long roll behind a whole mess of granite.
Yeah, Gosgens being 2 up, doesn't have hammer. Just wants to clear the red. The roll would be fine. Even sitting right there wouldn't be terrible. Obviously, he just needs to get that red out of play.
So Hoekman. Van Dorp on the sweep. The hit, the roll, the slide through, and the away it goes.
That was also, Hoekman had a difficult shot earlier. It was with his first. I wonder if it's the stone or if he's just sliding a little bit tight. But he's missed a couple big ones there that have been relatively simple.
So now, a bit of a chance for Libbus. Now, you have, I'm not going to say you have to throw this, but you play it straight back, you're probably inviting a shot right back as well. You can make an argument for throwing a draw around the mess someplace, either on the intern or outturn side. because I don't know where Wouter would go from there. This is the shot that's obvious and says, please throw me, so that's what they're throwing.
They can somehow manage to get this shooter to roll a couple inches to take the shot away back for this
They
game.
need to make sure this one gets past that top guard first. Oh, he just makes it, and they manage to scoot underneath their own cover. Just makes it. And let's see that again, Matt.
Yeah, this is, again, really close. They're really tight to that guard. Never left this one right from out of hand, right to the finish, and they just squeaked past that yellow. They're almost frozen to it. What happens, Dave, if you hammer that red? Does it redirect back into shot?
Hammer that red? Sure, absolutely. I mean, there's plenty of ways to kill both reds right now.
Might scrape the yellow, but I think that's going to be okay.
I think it just clears it, really, honestly. So, Hookman. A little bit of a pop on the release there. They kind of like it. And they should. They should indeed. That was sneaky.
Well, Hookman didn't really have a very good one on his first hit and roll out. He redeemed himself with the second. I don't know whether that yellow, what they expected it to do, but by hitting that, they did sort of just bop their yellow into the top 12. And that's a good double, and it's a double and a promote.
And we're having some conversation here. Which apparently didn't result in much.
I think was the rock in play or not. Did it touch the sides first?
Well, we don't have sideboards here, so.
Yeah, the lines, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas last week, our event we brought to you from the High Park Club actually had dual sidelines between the sheets. That was quite interesting. Sheets were a little bit too close for the sidelines to work for both, so there were dual lines of yarn between the houses. That shot was indeed brilliant. So Team Libbus has to just bury it, and they do not. They wick off their own guard into the wide open.
That conversation, Dave, by the way, looking at the replay here, was Vandenherk the lead for Huskins. The yellow that was going out of play, he touched it with his broom before it actually went out of play, but it was going out of play already, and I think that's what that discussion was about. So I don't think it really affects the end at all, but they just wanted to straighten that out.
Yeah, I saw that too. It was gone all day. There's zero nefariousness there.
No one's trying to get away with anything here. Not with all these cameras.
And the eagle-eyed Matt Sussman.
AKA Big Brother.
We have always been at war with Eurasia. Dr. Huskins. Got it, gets just a little bit of a roll, so. Okay, Matt, you're Jake Libbus right now.
Well, I don't have a hat on, though. That's not going to help.
Now, are you still Jason, too?
You could. You're running out of ends. You'd hate to blank. You blank, you're down 2 in the 7th. I don't know what the odds are on that one, but If you're chasing 2, the question is, how do you get there? You could certainly hit shot stone, roll underneath the red. You're probably rolling behind the tee line. And you could also roll underneath the yellow a little bit. But I think it's better to try this. You don't want to just go for the double and leave the blank. You want to give yourself a chance. See if there's a way you can get 2 out of this.
So here's Jake's first. This one's curling hard. They're going to have to go the other way. And they do. They do lie under cover. So good shot there. It's going to require the run attempt from Wouter.
Yeah, that might have even been the call if they were going for that.
Well, since, yeah, they weren't doing any panic brushing, so I'm assuming that was the call.
Yeah. These runbacks are not simple. This could certainly turn out to be a 2. Just needs to hit nose here, though, and then it's a force.
Bang, bang, no problem.
That does the job, and that's going to leave a tricky option here. Got to draw to the 4. You could blank, but you could easily give up a steal all the same. They'll talk about this one.
They definitely want to make sure you get this right here. There's a good argument for scoring 1-2 and trying to carry the hammer through the evens. So it's Thursday night at your club. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm drawing. And that's, again, that, you know, we sort of talked about what our tolerance is. If you've got a rock that's half in the 8 foot and you got to either hit it or draw, which one would you rather do? And I'm more comfortable drawing. Jake's more comfortable hitting, and that is manifesting itself in their decisions here. It appears that they're going to go for the double here. Could also easily get 1 out of this. Maybe that's what they're trying to do, but the blank is also a very realistic outcome.
So facing 2, Jake Libbus, final stone of the 6th end. Hits the 1, makes the blank, and it's in the books. He'll retain the hammer, trailing by 2 in the 7th end. When we come back from Saville, you're watching Curling Stadium.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
And welcome back to the Saville Community Sports Center. It's the Saville Grand Prix semi-final action. It's Wouter Gosgens with a 2-stone lead over Jake Libbus. Libbus has the hammer here in end number 7. And we're going to look to give you an update on our other game between Kim and Van Amsterdam in just a moment. See this first stone coming up. We have a corner guard up for Libbus, top 4, and a center guard on the way from Gosgens. My name is Dave Schmel. I'm joined by Matt Sussman. Connor Sims is panning on over to show us that. Come on back just a little bit. Come on back. It's a big 8-5 lead. Lots of offense over there on sheet 7. You see the chain exchange and deuces and a single, but it's Van Amsterdam pulling off those 2-3 spots to give him an 8-5 lead over Kim. We'll keep you updated as that game goes on. Coming back over to our feature right now. You see the draw is coming underneath, and it will lie full 12 foot. Gosgens continuing his strategy of applying the pressure, and Matt, that's really been working for him all game.
They've had a really good time of putting pressure on Libbus and forcing him into shots they're not really in his comfort zone. They had control of that last end, and fortunately for Libbus, he was able to have a chance to throw a short run back and a roll out to blank, but they're just going to go right back and put these stones on the center line. He's going to make Libbus just try to hit them all out. That's a little bit of a miss. There's a chance here to spill a couple of those guards now that they're so grouped together.
For me, I'm looking to score more than 2 here. I'd be tempted to leave those guards there for a moment and just kind of come into that yellow right now. As you figure you really need 3 now if you're Jake.
It's going to be really difficult for those two to get rid of those 2 yellows and your shooter. I think they talked about could one of them kind of roll over for a second corner? And it could. But yeah, like you said, you may want to use these stones. They're difficult to drive back. You could certainly throw a back house weight, use that as a catcher. Let's see what Gosgens has to respond with that.
It looks like they did get to some version of that shot. So on the way from Zach, they're trying to hold this one the whole way. It is going to wreck on the back guard. Spread things out. Can they get a little biter? That's could be really important if that's on.
Ooh.
Really, really close. Both skips taking a look at it. And that second look over the top is kind of telling that it's probably a little closer than our camera angle tells us. And of course, we're taking that shot from the far wall.
Yeah, you'll always see white paint underneath that. But if they make a play on it, that's your answer. And again, those soft shots are just not Libbus's specialty or anyone on his team. They do take some practice. And they came up a little tight on that one.
It is decidedly close. You see Van Dorp coming down to take a look and giving his input on it. And they are going to make...
he's the one with the glasses, so he can certainly see better. Thinking hats and looking glasses.
I'm willing to give you all the rope you need, Matt.
Give me a little more. That's the way to go.
So they are going to hit it. They're going to throw pretty firm. Try and make that hit in a big roll under cover. So here's Jaap Van Dorp. Get the hit. Roll, roll, roll. Ooh, not where you want to roll to, Matt.
No, that leaves a nose double. That is not the best place to roll. You wanted to roll less or more. So you hit the sort of Goldilocks paradox of just wrong.
Yeah, just wrong. Thank you. I was to say that's not just right. And it's not like Campbell's. It's not good either. But it is up to Zach to make the shot here to capitalize on that half shot. And really, when you get down to the end of his event, you're never going to get full misses. It's a half shot at best that you have to take advantage of. Gonna make it and kind of throw a half shot yourself. But you do stick that shooter, so we're going to see the same scenario again.
That one's a lot easier to see, Dave. I think that one's in.
Matt Eagle Eye Sussman on the call.
Stunned silence.
It's tough to keep me silent for long. You see the fifth for Team Gosgens, just enjoying his snack back there. Gonna make this hit. This rolls way better, way longer. And they lie 1-2.
It's a better roll. There might be a double, though.
Certainly is. And to your earlier point, this is more the happy space shot for Team Libbus. What do you say?
Yeah, I think they're queuing this up. This was their first call. There's not a whole lot of deliberation. Here's the shot. Hit it.
See, he's very involved in that snack. He also has glasses, though. Selmolberg needs to throw a good one here. This is way too thick. It's going to roll right corner frozen, which isn't bad. Not really bad at all.
Absolutely. That's a good result. It's a good placement. Not a whole lot you can do with that one. First thought looks like for Wouter was to freeze onto it. think he'd love to get rid of it somehow, but I just don't see a very easy way of doing that.
I think you want to set that angle, and well, for my $2, I'd probably come on the intern side from the left as we're looking. I think it's just way easier to get that shot. You might even jostle the rocks around to kick it clear.
If you can freeze to nose, maybe even unlock it a little bit.
I just see that more easily happening from the other side, but let's see what happens here. It's on the way from Hoekman. Trying to carve it over just a touch, walk it over. Here it comes. They get up to the nose and just past. So it turns out you can make it that way. Great shot.
Yeah, good angle. That really finished at the end. They were moving that over as much as possible. You hit that yellow, that red is just gone all day. So Libbus needs to get a better angle himself.
Yeah, those stones are all Mickey Moused up right now. And looks like he's just going to pound it.
He's going to pound Mickey Mouse?
And here's Nate Molberg. Coming on down, they want to catch this one right on the nose. On it, push it back, shove it back. Don't really clear a whole bunch, and you left your opponent line too.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they were going for. That red was always going to go. I think they were hoping that they would have also spilled it, or maybe their shooter would have gone out. But as it stands, the 4 foot is still not clear, and Gosgens can just lob another one in there and protect shot stone.
Yeah, while I was trying to avoid the bait of saying pounding Mickey Mouse, I was also trying to figure out what that shot ever did for you. That would have avoided a result like this, and well, we have a result like this. Now Gosgens is going to be able to dig out this one. He's quite happy to even give up 2 here. That's fine. So Wouter Gosgens is first to 2 here in the 7th.
Get this top of the house. I think that'd be a really good spot. Needs to finish. It should finish.
Has to get off the guard. It does. It's also losing all the weight.
Ooh. It went uphill.
Both ways. So you're Jake Libbus. You're sitting 3rd. You have to score 2. How do you do it, Matt?
Oh, there's not a lot of good ways in. I think they were looking at seeing if they could play off the 2 reds, but that's... If you go red, red, yellow, and the red bounces, I don't see it there. But to get 2, you got to deal with the 2 flat yellows, and I just don't see a way in. So your 2 that will score are the 2 that are behind the hack right now. And there's just not a very good way. You got to throw a rock that sets something up, maybe a freeze. If you're going hard for the 2, you got to go hard for the 2, but you might be forced to just hoping you score here.
So you just throw the wide out turn now, come down to the face of the yellow, move it back maybe a couple inches, and
That's
try
all it's all I see. I don't think that can you push the red back? I don't think you can. The red center guard with like hack to board weight, kind of get it around that yellow. I don't think you can. There's not a lot of good options here.
Yeah, I don't think that goes.
Seems like what they're looking at is hit the red corner. That will hit the inside part of the other red. Again, if you had the telestrator here, just take the Sharpie and just draw. But I think they're just looking, this is a pool shot here. This is red into red, and then both reds go into yellows. There's a lot of optimism in this shot.
Yeah, so if you're a pool player, this is not a combination. This is a billiard. You're trying to take the stone that you're hitting and redirect it into another one.
Is there a difference between pool and billiards?
Well, there's a difference between a combination and a billiard.
Okay.
A combination uses the cue ball to remove two object balls. A billiard uses the first object ball to remove a second ball.
Got it. The more you know.
So Libbus, trying for the billiard, ends up with half one in a combination. So a little bit of both, but not enough of each.
Wasn't a scratch, that's for sure.
It was not. Now, of course, we have not even explored snooker yet.
We get to an extra end, we could do that.
You should know better even to say that around me. I am the extra end beckoner.
Uh-oh. Good chance for Gosgens to kind of close the door if he can toss another one in. Don't know what Libbus does. I don't think he has an angle to get into the 4-foot. This is light, leave it high. If it's in, they want this to bury. They don't want to leave a little piece. You got to get it over there.
They do like to, but Matt, I think that long run back is available for two.
Oh, it is now, yes. Red straight back. That shot is now there.
And, well, you have to throw it. This is all you got.
This looks 19 times better than the other shot he had on his first. 19.5 times better, to be specific. It'll be a highlight if he makes it.
So lining up, we're going to throw a quarter in the replay machine. Basically, just full nose is good.
And don't overthrow it. You don't need to throw all the weight in the world. You can make this shot.
Yeah, this
number of weights.
Oh, I agree. This doesn't have to be any more than a 10-second stone. So Jacob Libbus, trailing by 2, facing 2, needs to make this long run and hold it. Final stone of the 7th end. Zach's trying to hold it. He's got it there on the nose. Push it back. No, you don't get it. And it's a steal of 1 for Wouter Gosgens. And he's going to carry a 3-stone lead into the 8th end. We'll be back from Saville right after this. You're watching Curling Stadium.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
And welcome back to the Saville Community Sports Center here at the Saville Grand Prix. People have come from far and wide to watch this great event, and we're here in the semifinals between Wouter Gosgens and Jacob Libbus. Libbus had a chance for a deuce in the 7th, but just missed it, and we're going to take another look at it, Matt.
Yeah, Libbus had a great opportunity here. This was his best chance to score too. He just needed this to, I think it just over curled a little bit, or maybe it needed to curl more. And as a result, he gave up the steal of 1. That's one of those where he didn't have a whole lot going that entire end. And he was just low percentage shot after low percentage shot. He was never able to make it better. And all of a sudden he saw it. And I don't know if it was overthrown. I think it's easy to do that, but he certainly had a lot of adrenaline on that play. And that's one of those you need to take that breath and treat this like any other shots. Because if you put more undue importance on it, yes, it's the game, but just settle your nerves. That comes with experience. He'll remember that, and he'll do better on the next one.
Absolutely, Matt. And I thank you for that analysis. And to all of our viewers across the Great North, I wish you all, on behalf of everybody here at Curling Stadium, a very happy Thanksgiving. May all your turkeys be moist and tender, your mashed potatoes full of butter, your green beans hopefully not cooked to death, and find a way to watch curling the entire day and enjoy your families and the values that bring you together. So from all of us here at Curling Stadium, happy Thanksgiving. And we'd like to welcome our viewers from Okotoks who watch Miyu Ueno defeat Sakaka Yoshimura in the B semifinals of that event in Okotoks. We're here at the semifinals of the Saville Grand Prix from the Saville Community Sports Center. I'm Dave Schmell, joined by Matt Sussman. It is Jacob Libbus trailing by 3, throwing the Redstones, trying to generate some offense here to keep things moving here in the 8th end.
It's going to be hard-pressed to get a 3. He did get a 4 earlier, so it is possible, but Gosgens is going to play all defense all the time. They're looking to play the tick here, I believe. See if they can move that corner over. Did they go too far? They did. That's a violation, though. Put it right back.
So everything goes back. We don't see too many tick shots played anymore. I think that was a great time to call one.
Yeah, you had great lead stones. They were placed perfectly. Worth the try. The worst thing that happens is you screw up and you put it back. Definitely worth it.
Still on the way. Libbus has to generate some offense, try and drill underneath the cover here.
Needs to stop. Looks like it does. That's good weight. Yeah, it's tough to say we need 3. It kind of goes that even though you need 3, if you try for 3, you usually get less than that. You almost have to go through that mentality of let's just try to get 2, even though 2 loses you the game. Play that mentality, and then you get that miss, although there's no miss there. That's a double peel. And then maybe you end up getting more than 2. But that's a really good double peel there.
That was pretty good indeed.
But there is just so much mental gymnastics involved in this where you know what you need to do and you have to almost trick yourself into thinking, well, let's just try to play for 2, or, you know, forget about the end result. You got to think about each stone. You got to think about each result rather than just the, oh, we need 3. If we don't get 3, we lose. But I got a chance here to move some yellows around, see if they can make a pocket. It's a decent result there.
Yeah, I think that's a really good result. They got themselves 3/4 buried. They have a potential catcher in the back. Now, Wouter can go straight Visine mode here and just get the red out. And to the good folks of Visine, if you want to pay us for that free plug, please feel free to.
I don't think Visine ever would sponsor a team, though, Dave, because there is a chance that they'll have to throw red stones and then they'll have to get the yellow out. And that's a totally different product.
For a totally different issue, which might also be made by curling. They get that hit, they roll in the back, catch the back on end, and they sit 1, 2, and 3.
At least I'm not distracting you from anything.
I can take it in stride. Don't worry about that. So, Nate Mulberg. Go ahead.
There's a big pocket back there, so you know you'd love a couple rocks in play. Gosgens has I think 3 in the house right now, along with the guard. If there's too many, then there's a lot of places they can hide, and I think there's a pocket here that they can use.
And they are going to settle right into that pocket. They lie shot in third right now. So hope can still spring eternal. Now, Wouter has the option to chip that out. Also, equally as good is probably just drawing in there and making that scoring area smaller and smaller and smaller, so you can't possibly put 3 rocks in there.
Yeah, I think that if they were to draw, I think Libbus would be really happy about that. A miss on this shot is you're hitting a guard and opening it up somewhere.
I think
So
you
this
just
is
black
probably the
cat.
way
I
to
think
go.
you just black cat that one, buddy.
If they were to miss, that would be
When
the way
they
to miss.
The moment you said those words, the stone was almost already on the center line.
Now that's a tick shot. Outside of
And-
the free guard zone.
Absolutely, and about 6 rocks earlier may have been good. So now Libbus is going to have to really manufacture something here. And we do have a, looks like a final. I do believe Evan Van Amsterdam has defeated Kim. We'll try to confirm that. Now they are still playing the 8th end over there. Van Amsterdam has a 1 rock lead.
I won't be on the call for the final, Dave, but if Van Amsterdam were to hold on to win and Gosgens is able to hold on to win, they have played before. They were in the pool, but would you consider that an all Dutch final?
Sounds good to me. That game will be at 7 Eastern. You can join myself and Jim Nix for that. At the conclusion of this game, you can hang right here on this stream. We're going to send you the women's final of Dale St. Paul Cash Spiel, where Youngjung Kim is playing Delaney Strauss of the U.S. But we still have some work to do here, buddy.
Yeah, this one's not over. He still needs to make some red rocks go away.
So Wouter just catches that and, wow, really rearranges the furniture, and really not in a good way. I'd call that one a miss.
Yeah, I think he was going for the double. He needed to get rid of at least one. He did get rid of at least one, but looking where everything else was, not a whole lot of panic. They finally decided to try to curl it over a little bit. Maybe he overthrew that one, might have fallen back a little bit, but he got rid of one, good. Got rid of a couple of his others, bad. There's 2 red left. You can't double them, also bad. The 3 is still not out of question. If he can kind of make an equilateral triangle with these 3, I think there is a really good chance that he does get his 3.
Then it'll be, see, the question is not what you throw. It's easy to put the potential 3rd stone in now. It's what do you leave? Where is Wouter going to attack next? I almost feel like it would have to be the one that's above the T line. It's going to be the primary target. all of a sudden this has gotten extremely interesting. So he is going to try to set up that equilateral triangle. So here it's October 12th, 2025, the first time that's ever been used as a curling term.
Some of us are just visual learners, Dave. It's easier to think of an object rather than say, yeah, 2 inches above the forefoot on the left-hand side.
Have a bit of discussion with the squad here. Jake settles in, delivers his first of the eighth. Really needs to be even with his own. Pressures are going to be able to carry it there, I do believe. Manage it well. Easy now, guys. Easy now, guys. Okay. Does look like Wouter's going to march right on over to that.
Yeah, they needed a couple more feet on that one because it does not outcount the yellow. And as a result, Gosgens now can just hit the red. I think if he hits the red and sits right there, what's the shot for 3?
It's going to be a hit back, redirect onto the red, clear the yellow, and lose the yellow that way. It's not going to be easy, but that's what it's going to be.
So
but we have to make this one. We had to make this one first.
Yeah. Would you roll? This is almost counterintuitive, but would you roll towards center then?
That would make a shot for the win a lot tougher, I think.
Well, if he hits and sticks, he can't lose.
Well, he's got that going for him. Wouter Gosgens. Final stone of the eighth for him. Throwing a nice, quiet weight. Just a heavy board. Gonna make the hit and stick pretty much right there. So, I think this is there, Matt. Do you want to draw it up or should I?
Well, you're looking to hit, again, ignore the red and yellow next to each other. You're really trying to play a double on the one that Gosgens just threw and the one on the tee line on the left. And if you do that, that yellow should go back and collide with the red yellow, and that's how you make essentially a triple.
Like to welcome the fans that just watched Evan Van Amsterdam secure his win in the semifinal. He's going to face a winner of this match later on this evening from Saville. Dave Schmel and Matt Sussman here with you. And the shot for 3 for the tie is basically to run this Yellowstone in. Oh, he's going to play the redirect. I really like it the other way, but this is possible as well. This is very Al Hackner-esque.
There's no other adjective for that, Dave. This is the Hackner.
I think it's far easier to hit the other side of the rock, use the yellow in the 12-foot as a catcher.
You need to almost try to throw this like you're trying to miss.
You need to try to miss it. And in fact, if you hit it like that, you might actually jam it on that same yellow. So to stay in the game, Jake Libbus, final stone of the 8th end. Looking to redirect and force the extra. And this has a lot of errors, slides right on through. And that'll be a game, so you can hang the final score as 7-5 in favor of Wouter Gosgens. He will meet Evan Van Amsterdam in the finals. Stick around. We're going to send you to the women's final of the Dale St. Paul Cashspiel, where it's going to be Kim versus Strauss. So from Saville, for Dave Schmel, I'm Matt Sussman. Connor Sims on the production. Thanks for watching Curling Stadium. Keep it right here.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.